guys, quick review today. I wasn't actually gonna make a video on this at first, but then I decided, you know what, maybe I should, because this video is gonna be on a Funko Pop figure, and this is actually my very first Funko Pop figure. I've never bought one before. It's usually the little black beady eyes that I don't like very much. Like if they had more like cuter eyes or like anime eyes, I think I'd be more receptive to them. Because I do like cute things, but I guess I never really found the Funko Pop figures all that cute, but then I was never really looking at them. And then yesterday, I just happened to see this. It's a little Tracer from Overwatch. I don't know, I had gone into a GameStop for no reason really. I was just like, you know what, let me see, maybe, because they sell Marvel Legends, so let me see if maybe they have like a cool Legends or something, like one I've been looking for. That never happens, and it didn't happen. I went in, they had like two Marvel Legends, and then on my way out by the cashier, they had these Overwatch pops, and I was kind of surprised, but then I guess I shouldn't be, because they make Funko Pop figures of everything in existence, even things you think wouldn't even, you know, like who would buy a figure of those things. So I guess it's really no surprise at all that they do Overwatch figures. And if you look on the back here, you can see that they do Tracer, Reaper, Widowmaker, Pharah, Soldier 76, and Winston. And Winston's a little bit bigger than all the others. I didn't see any Winstons. And I don't think I saw any Pharahs either. Widowmaker is the one that I wanted. She's the character that I like the most. I like Tracer enough, I guess, but I just think Widowmaker is like the coolest girl in the whole game. I know a lot of people like May. I like May too, but outside of just she looks all cute and adorkable, I don't know. I just think ice walls are kind of lame. So I just think Widowmaker is cool. But they only had 2 Tracers left. And the other Tracer had like some really messed up like paint defects and stuff, so it's really like they just had 1 left. So I figured I should get this, because I know that Tracer stuff is like super popular, and then it's like it's hard to come by, or you can find it but then it's really expensive. And then when I looked online, all the places like on Amazon and stuff said that these figures don't come out until July. So I guess just lucky, I suppose. I did see some other shops selling them, but they were like twice as much of what they should be. So I feel like I lucked out, or I did the smart thing with this impulse purchase of this figure to just get it. So either I got it a month early, or I got it for its regular retail price instead of paying, you know, like $20-something or whatever. And then who knows with Tracer stuff? What if it ends up becoming like, yeah, $50 for this thing, to the point where I feel like maybe I should just not even open it and just keep it as like some collector's thing, and then maybe if I sold it later. But I really don't like that sort of thing, and I really dislike like resellers and scalpers and stuff like that. It really kind of takes the fun out of my hobby of toy collecting, when it's just like I can't buy things at a natural pace of like, I'll buy a couple of figures, you know, now, and then 2 weeks later, you know, when you get paid again, you get like a couple more figures or whatever. It's like you can't do that, because someone came and bought up everything, and now they're reselling them for like 2 times the price, 3 times the price, or something like that, and it really pisses me off. So I bought this for me because I wanted it, so I'm gonna open it. So let's go ahead and do that. So here she is out of the package. I think she looks pretty good. There's like some tiny little, like right around here. I kind of feel like in her hair, it's not painted like all the way. You get in there, see that, and then kind of there at the goggles as well. And then over here where the goggles are actually like glued onto her face. On the other figure, that looked really bad. It looked all, well, I won't mince words. It looks like someone totally jizzed in her eye, and it just looked weird. And then the painting was also really bad around the hair, so that's why I picked up this one. But other than that, I don't really notice anything else that I could have any real gripes with. She looks really cute. I really like that they use transparent plastic for her goggles, whereas a lot of times, you know, like they could have just done like all one solid piece of plastic. This happens a lot with like Catwoman figures, and it always annoys me. I really like when they just go ahead and use transparent plastic for goggles and stuff. It's just a lot cooler, but everything else is pretty nice. I guess it would have been neat if they put her in that little pose that whatever her controversial wind pose or whatever it is that bothered people about that. She's too sexy at the time. That would be neat. Or I would like it if she had maybe like her pulse pistols out, like, you know, guns blazing. That's kind of Tracer's style. She's like really fast, and she's just like, you're supposed to use her to, like, I don't know, you get in some damage and then you blink around and then you you know, you flank guys and stuff like that. I mean, she's not like a tank, but you're just supposed to, I don't know, she's like a ninja. So that would have been neat if they would have had her with that. But other than that, I really like her cute little hairstyle. I like girls with short hair. It's actually funny, her having short hair. When I bought the figure at GameStop, the employee, he was really nice. Usually the GameStop employees never stop talking. Like, they want to tell you about every little thing. And the other GameStop employee once, like, oh, like, yeah, we also sell plans for cricket phones and blah blah blah. And I told him no and stuff like that, and he knows that I don't have a phone, or I don't want one. And so every time he's like, have you given any thought to that cricket phone? It's really good because you get blah blah blah. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like walking into like the church of cricket. And it's like, I only want to say 4 things to my cashiers, which is just like, yes, no, and thanks. Because they're like, did you find everything okay? Even if I didn't, I don't want to talk about it, so I just say yes. And then they're like, do you have one of our goofy membership cards or whatever? And I'm like, no. And then they're like, do you want one? And I'm like, no. And then they're like, here's your stuff. And I'm like, thanks. And that's it. But this cashier, he was really nice. He didn't try to pressure me into anything. He was a really cool guy, but it was just really funny because he gives me the receipt and the figure, and he's like, here's your receipt, and here's your guy. And I'm like, dude, I know she's got short hair, but I mean, come on. I guess she doesn't look particularly feminine when you look at her here. So I guess you could confuse her for a guy. But she's on like all the promotional stuff for this game. And this game is like so popular right now. It's probably just, it's overhyped. You know, and it's just like, look around your store, dude. It's just pictures of her. It's I don't know what they're trying to say. Like, hey, buy this game, be this cute girl. You know, like that's what all the posters are. So I just thought it was funny that he called her a guy. But yeah, it was still really nice. I'm glad I kind of bumped into it because it was an unplanned purchase. So this looks really cool. I hope they make some more characters. I hope I can go back and get Widowmaker, because she actually is my favorite character. And then maybe they'll make May, and I feel like I would get her just for cuteness. The thing with the Pop figures is that for some figures, like I've seen like Stitch from like Lilo and Stitch, and I think he looks fine. And then just out of obligation, I'm going to get the Captain Marvel Pop figures just because I'm a huge Captain Marvel fan. And I guess I'll probably also get Spider-Gwen. But that's just more like, I just like the character so much, I'll just get them. But for the most part, the black beady eyes is what really bugs me. I don't mind the big heads. Like, I think that stuff's cute. Like if we look at Dorbs, look how adorable these are. There's a little Scarlet Witch, and they gave her little cape and the weird face mask thing that some characters in the Marvel Universe have. And I think these look adorable. But I guess there's a little size comparison for you there of Adorbs with Adorbs with Tracer put in little Nebula. She doesn't have a face mask, so you can see it a bit better. And I really like the Adorbs. I think they're cute. There's a Catwoman that I want, and man, I cannot find her. Find everybody else, Poison Ivy and blah blah blah, but I cannot get my hands on Catwoman. But I'm inclined to collect these whenever I see them. They have Ninja Turtles ones and so on. They have one of Garona from World of Warcraft that I'm going to be looking for. But the pop figures, I don't know. Looking at it now, I guess it is kind of cute. I guess when I just would like take glances at them, you know, like just look at the box and be like, nah. And I know they made some cool stuff, like they made some Fallout 4 pop figures, and I want the female Vault Dweller that they've made, and then also I guess maybe like the Power Armor, you know, because I really like Brotherhood of Steel. So maybe I'll get those. I feel more inclined to collect them now that I finally went ahead and got one. I've bought these before, but as gifts for other people because I know other people like them, but this is the first one I have just for me, and I'm really happy with it. They're not very expensive. I think it was like $11. And if this, I mean, according to Amazon anyway, if this was supposed to come out a month from now, I feel lucky I got it early. And if the other people that were selling it for twice as much, well, then I also feel lucky that I didn't overpay for this, because there's no articulation and there's no accessories or anything like that. So it just is this. I'm not sure how much Winston would cost. He's supposed to be a little bit bigger, although I don't know if I would get him. I'm not really, I mean, like, talking gorilla, he's not the first talking gorilla like in fiction, and I've never found it interesting, the idea that, oh, what if he had a gorilla, but what if he was also smart? I never cared much about that. So I don't know, but who knows, maybe I'll start a collection depending on if they make other characters. I would get May just because she's a cutie pie, but Widowmaker's definitely the next on the list. Anyways, so if you were thinking about getting this, well, this is pretty much what you get. I think it's fine as far as these pop figures go. You just want to, when you're getting it, just go ahead and inspect around the eyes, because the way that these are glued on can look kind of weird around there, like some kind of weird frostedness. Again, it just, I don't know, it doesn't look right. And then the painting up here on the ones I saw, like, it seems that's where the defects are, because everything down here looks fine. I don't see any problems on the actual body. So maybe just look out for that on the goggles if you get it. Anyways, I hope you liked this video, and until next time.